stem cells. So stem cells have various properties. An important property is self-renewal capacity. So if you see here, the self-renewal capacity is of two types. One is asymmetric replication and second one is stochastic differentiation. So what is asymmetric replication? During the process of cell division, one of the cell retains its self-renewing capacity, but while the other cell enters into the differentiating pathway and converted into mature or non-dividing cell. This is called as asymmetric replication. And second one is stochastic differentiation. Here, one cell forms a daughter cell while other stem cell undergo division to form two similar cells similar to that of the parent cell. So this is what is the two forms. So next phenomena is the potency. So the potency is defined as the ability of the stem cells to differentiate into specialized cell types. For example, the first one is the totipotent stem cells. These totipotent stem cells can differentiate into all the tissues of embryonic or extra embryonic cell types. And next is the pluripotent stem cells. The pluripotent stem cells can differentiate into any of the three germ layers. And what about the multipotent? The multipotent one can differentiate into cells of closely related families such as hematopoietic stem cells, which can differentiate into RBC, WBC, but not into any other types. And what is the unipotent? So if you talk about the unipotent cells, these cells can differentiate into only one type of cell but have a property of self-renewal which differentiates from other cells. So here, what types of stem cells? Again here we have two types of stem cells. One is embryonic stem cells, which are nothing but called as pluripotent, and adult stem cells called as multipotent or unipotent stem cells. So there are two types of adult stem cells. One is the bone marrow stem cells and other one is the pluripotency of mouse embryonic stem cells. So when we talk initially about the bone marrow stem cells, these hematopoietic stem cells in the bone marrow differentiates into various blood cells. Approximately, whereas the bone marrow produces 1.5 into 10 to the power of 6 blood cells per second. And these cells can be collected from the bone marrow, umbilical cord, blood as well as peripheral blood. What is the pluripotency of mouse embryonic stem cells? It mainly depends on approximately 4 transcription factors: OCT3/4, CMYC, SOX2 and KLF4. And a change in the differentiation of a cell from one type to another is called as transdifferentiation, and the capacity of the cell to transdifferentiation into different lineages is referred to as a developmental plasticity. Now let us talk about the locations of various stem cells. So here the tissue as well as stem cells, if you see, the liver has oval cells like bipotential hepatocytes and they are labile in nature, and the location is canal of Herring of liver, and an important function of this oval cells is nothing but formation of hepatocytes as well as biliary cells. And next is in the brain, the neutral stem cells. The location is subventricular zone and dentate gyrus of the hippocampus, and they are capable of generating neurons, astrocytes as well as oligodendrocytes. And limbic stem cells, the location is at the junction between epithelium of cornea and conjunctiva, and these stem cells are especially for the formation of cornea. And next is what about epidermal stem cells? Epidermal stem cells location is hair follicle bulge and interfollicular area, and these stem cells are mainly activated by WNT signaling pathway and inhibition of signaling from the BMP pathway. Next is about stem cells from the intestine are located above Paneth cells in the small intestine and base of crypt in case of colon. And the function of these stem cells from the small intestine is mainly actuated by the WNT pathways and inhibited by the BMP pathway, and these stem cells are extremely important as they function as host defenses against microorganisms. Let us talk about the stem cells of skeletal muscle, and they are mainly located beneath the myocyte basal lamina, and here the function is related to the regeneration, and the regeneration is only through the satellite cell replication. So this is what we need to know about the stem cells. Now what about the source of adult stem cells? Adult stem cells are located in the bone marrow, blood, umbilical cord blood and adipose tissue.